Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, happy Black Friday, everyone. Let's talk about your forecast. Before we talk about today, I do want to jump ahead a little bit here and talk about the potential of some weekend wintry mischief out there. Now, this is not going to be a significant storm that's going to shut things down, so we don't have to worry about that. But with a lot of folks traveling back and forth this weekend, I do want to give you the latest information on this. So it all kicks off tonight. We're tracking a cold front that's going to move through Friday night. Now, this front itself will bring a chance of a couple of northern mountain snow showers, particularly up towards the Bear River Range as we go throughout this evening and tonight. I don't expect much out of that, maybe a light dusting or so up towards those high elevations. Otherwise, everyone will see the colder air surging in. We're looking at temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees cooler as we go throughout the weekend for your Saturday and Sunday. And along with that, we're going to be tracking another storm system that's going to move in on Sunday. And that's the one that could produce a little valley rain snow mix that could even lead to a decent chance of some accumulating snow, especially for our mountain locations. And that means that we could have some travel impacts. Now, I think they'll be pretty limited, but still, we want to keep you updated. All right, let's talk about this long snowless streak. Man, it's been a while since we've seen that snow coming down. The last time we had a decent snow, a little over 3 inches, that was back in March 18th, back in 2025. That was 255 days ago. The last time we had a trace of snow actually was not that far away. That was April 17th. That was about 225 days away. So looks like we have at least a chance of potentially breaking that streak here in Salt Lake City as we go into this upcoming weekend. We'll see how it plays out. It's still going to be a tough call. So as we go throughout your Sunday, here's the storm system that we're tracking here. You can see it's starting to gain some steam out here in the Pacific Ocean, but it's still pretty far away. So we're still getting some data on this system, and so we'll be tweaking the forecast in the coming days. But let's talk about the front that's going to come through tonight. You can see it up near Montana and Idaho now. That will drift south across the area and make its way in this evening and tonight. Notice as it moves through, again, a couple of high elevation snow showers, southwest Wyoming, the Bear River Range, maybe some of the high Uintas as well. That's going to be about it. For most of us, it's just going to be colder. And our Saturday, if you have travel plans on Saturday across the state, or you just want to get outside and enjoy the weather on Saturday, it's going to be colder, but it is going to be dry. Here comes that storm system, though, just in time for our Sunday morning. Yeah, waking up to the chance of some snow showers developing. It may be mixed with a little rain at the start in portions of the valleys, but I do think this is leaning more towards snow as opposed to rain. And that'll be continuing off and on through lunchtime. In fact, I think along the Wasatch Front between about a late morning into the early afternoon hours will be the prime time for this, and then it will start to drift farther south as we go into the afternoon, evening hours on your Sunday. Notice getting down to our central, maybe even our southern mountains by later in the day. So I have raised the storm impact scale from a level 1 minor issue up to a level 2, and that's because we could have some isolated travel issues, particularly over some of the higher elevation passes. As this storm system rolls in, that first system, again, just a light dusting up towards the Bear River Range. The second system on Sunday is the one we've got to watch out for. That's the one where we could see maybe up to an inch along the Wasatch Front. Not a big event, enough to break the snowless streak, though. A couple of inches expected for the Wasatch Back, the Bear River Mountains, 2 to 5 inches expected there, 3 to 6 inches for the western Uintas, and 4 to 10 inches expected for our north and central Wasatch Mountains. But again, we'll be tweaking this as we go throughout the day here. But it does look like for the mountains, this will be a nice event coming through. And for the valleys, maybe enough to possibly dust off the ground a little bit. Chilly out there this morning, but we'll warm up into the mid-50s along the Wasatch Front, low 60s down across southwest Utah. Again, just some scattered clouds during the day today. St. George, 64 today, but we drop it into the 50s this weekend with that chance of isolated showers on your Sunday. Meanwhile, the Wasatch Front, mid-50s today. We drop it down to the mid-40s Saturday. Watch out for that chance of maybe some light accumulations from snow on Sunday, and then maybe another system by the middle of next week. All right, let's get a check on the roads as we get you out the door this morning. Of course, a busy day, whether you're going to be heading out to the stores or if you're going to be traveling back from where you enjoyed your Thanksgiving day. Notice we do have a traffic setup here that is showing up on I-80 westbound here at 1500 East. In Salt Lake City, this could cause you a little bit of delay as we do have lanes being reduced down to 2 lanes as you make your way through there. But with traffic being so light this morning, this is not causing a major backup. Of course, we'll continue to keep an eye on the roads for you as we go throughout the morning. If we see anything else popping up, we'll let you know. But for now, let's get you back over to Alyssa.